The magnetosphere filters 99% of all of the energy and mass that the Earth has away from it. That's why we're not like Mars. It's the only reason we're not like Mars. So, if you hear someone say Apollo went through the Van Allen belts, common sense says no they didn't, and here's why. Well, the Van Allen belts, that was 1957's way of saying the magnetosphere. Well, today, here's what the Van Allen belts actually look like. And there's actually more than this. This also is right here in the plasmasphere. But we're not going to talk about the fact that NASA has never released a full and descript accurate graphic of Earth's magnetosphere. It's always in segments, little pieces, or this part, that part, these things. Like here they're focusing on the magnetosheath. So, all of that radiant property that's outside of Earth's magnetosphere makes up 100% of space. It is all mass and energy. Now, we get 1% of that comes into the bow shock and into the magnetosheath of Earth's magnetosphere. Now, it filters down through electromagnetic reconnections through the north and south poles of our bands. And they come into the plasmasphere, and there's another turbulent band like this here, and it filters down into these, you can't even see it, what would be the Earth's atmosphere. And so the various layers of atmosphere, starting at the exosphere at like 6,250 miles out, and where we are in the thermosphere just below it at about 250 miles out, and then the mesosphere, where you get to actual space at about 30 to 40 miles out, and then our known space atmosphere. Our atmosphere, as opposed to space, is the stratosphere and the troposphere. Now, we know that anything that leaves those is in space, but as I just showed, space between where we leave the International Space Station in the thermosphere and out here is a great distance. In fact, this is 25,000 miles. This, where the International Space Station is 250 miles. If you want to say that the rockets you're taking from the north or south poles are going through the polar cusps and just shooting through all of this mass and energy, this deadly radiant environment of the Van Allen belts and all of this that we know of, if you're saying you're just going through that very quickly out into this space right here, you're denying the scientific fact that this is 100% of this 1%. And this 1% we only know 1% of through that filtration system. So, the Van Allen belts? Nonsense. Today it's called the magnetosphere. You can't fly through it. On the other side of it is 100% of the 1% it makes up of. So you can't just fly through it quickly because you're flying into the mass and energy that it filters. So, there's common sense for you. You didn't go through it. You didn't go to the moon. We can't. And here is what it would look like if this wasn't represented as complete empty space. This is not an accurate graphic because that is not the actual size of a particle, but you understand my point.